But in the meantime, we start today with Donald Trump, who is on the defensive on this Monday morning. His campaign pushing back against claims that they're getting soft on the issue of immigration, which propelled him to the nomination. People say he may be flip-flopping on his previous policies, so we'll sort out what's really going on here. Good morning, everybody. I'm Martha McCallum, live in America's Newsroom.
Good Monday morning. I'm Greg Jarrett in for Bill Hemmer. Those continued questions prompting Trump to take to Twitter to announce what he says will be a major speech on immigration this week. He says it's set now for Wednesday in Arizona. In the meantime, the rest of his team launching a full-court press to defend their candidate. His campaign manager telling Fox News Sunday, no one knows immigration like Trump does.
The signature piece of his legislation and his campaign has always been build the wall. That has not changed. Build the wall. No amnesty. No citizenship. No more sanctuary cities. He wants to find a fair and humane way, and if you enforce the law and you deal with those agencies that already exist to enforce the law, then we'll see what we've got. I mean, nobody bothers to enforce the law.
Senior national correspondent John Roberts is live at Trump Tower in New York City. John, what do we know about this speech on Wednesday? What's going on with the immigration backlash?
Well, we know, Greg, that Donald Trump is going to be answering a lot of critics when he takes to the stage in Arizona on Wednesday. Conservatives who say this is what they were worried about, that they believe now he's talking about amnesty for people who are in this country illegally. From his former opponents in the primary campaign who say he has flip-flopped on the major issue of his campaign, and from Democrats who say Donald Trump does not have a coherent policy on any front, let alone on immigration. When he gives that speech on Wednesday, he will go some distance to clarifying and giving a greater level of detail on one particular issue, and that is what would he do about the 11 million or so people, or could be more than that, who entered this country illegally. He's talked in the past couple of weeks about getting rid of the bad ones first and then dealing with the rest later, building the border wall, of course, and Donald Trump saying this in no way, shape, or form is amnesty because none of the people who remain will be eligible to get citizenship. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie on one of the Sunday shows yesterday said he believes when Donald Trump gives the speech, it will clearly contrast his plans with those of Hillary Clinton. Here's Christie.
I think what it's going to do is put an even greater highlight on the fact that Hillary Clinton has a 100-day amnesty plan where everybody here, no matter whether you've been a criminal or not, no matter how you got here or not, is going to wind up becoming American citizens under Hillary Clinton's plan. And I think when voters look at that, they're going to say that's not what we want to have happen in this country.
Now, all we know about the speech at this point is it's set to be delivered on Wednesday. Where, we don't know. I think they're going to try to get it as close to the border as possible, Greg. That would be the city of Nogales, but they don't know if there's a facility there that will handle the size of the crowd and the logistics they need for a Donald Trump speech. So perhaps Tucson is a backup to that. Greg?
Yeah, and a lot of his Trump supporters really anxious to hear what he has to say, whether he's going to reverse himself in the meantime. I understand the Trump campaign has, what, about 10 million in new TV ads, and they've got this new anti-Clinton ad. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, and this they're talking about strictly the economy, comparing and contrasting Donald Trump's plans for the economy with those of Hillary Clinton. It's a $10 million one-week ad buy. This is the biggest ad buy yet. And they branched out from their initial 4 battleground states, which was Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Florida, to include 5 more battlegrounds across the country. Here's a portion of what that ad contains. Listen.
In Hillary Clinton's America, the middle class gets crushed. Spending goes up. Taxes go up. Hundreds of thousands of jobs disappear. It's more of the same, but worse.
And one more thing that Donald Trump will be doing this week is answering critics who say, okay, you talk about rebuilding the cities, outreach to African Americans, but how come you haven't gone into a black church to give any kind of a speech or any kind of event there? This coming Saturday in Detroit, he will be appearing at a black church in the inner city to talk about all of that. Right?
All right, John Roberts live at the Trump Tower in Manhattan. John, thanks.